In the vast deserts of Rajasthan, where the winds whisper across ruins and the sun scorches forgotten stone, there lies a place time has tried to bury, but the dead won't let it rest. This is Kuldhara, an ancient village abandoned more than 200 years ago. In one single night. No war, no plague, no famine, just silence. As if an entire community, over 1,500 people, simply vanished into the sand. Today, Kuldhara stands still. Empty homes, crumbling walls, dried up wells. But visitors say the silence isn't peaceful. It's watching. And those who dare to spend the night often don't stay till dawn. So what happened in Kuldhara? Let's go back. The story begins in the 13th century, when the village was first settled by the Palawal Brahmins, a proud, educated community known for their intelligence, culture, and advanced agricultural systems. They built Kuldhara into a prosperous, self-sustaining town in the middle of the harsh desert. But then came the Diwan. Salim Singh, the cruel and corrupt prime minister of the ruling kingdom, set his eyes on the village, and more specifically, on a young girl said to be the daughter of the village chief. Her name has been lost to history, but her beauty was said to rival the moonlight. Salim Singh wanted her, and he didn't ask. He demanded. He threatened to raise taxes so high the entire village would collapse under the weight of his greed, unless the girl was handed over to him. The villagers were trapped. Deny him, and he would destroy them. Obey him, and they would be dishonored forever. So they made a decision, one that shocked the kingdom. In a single night, the entire population of Kuldhara, men, women, children, elders, vanished. They left behind food on the stoves, half-finished work, belongings, and nothing else. No blood, no struggle, no trail. As if they were swallowed by the desert itself, and before leaving, they placed a curse on the land. A powerful one. A promise that no one would ever be able to live in Kuldhara again. Over 2 centuries have passed. No one has been able to break the curse. Those who've tried to rebuild here, to live here, to even camp overnight, report terrifying experiences. The walls seem to breathe. Shadows flicker in the corners of your eyes. People hear whispers when there is no wind. Stones shift on their own. And at night, when the moon is high, they say you can see figures walking through the ruins, disappearing before your eyes. Some visitors have collapsed with intense headaches or vomiting after just a few hours. Paranormal investigators have recorded unexplainable EMF spikes, cold spots, and disembodied voices. A few have captured footage of ghostly figures lurking in the doorways of collapsed homes. Locals refuse to go near the village after dark. Even the Indian government has placed signs warning tourists not to stay past sunset. But the most disturbing claims, those come from people who tried to mock the legend. One group of urban explorers camped overnight and reported laughing about the curse, daring spirits to show themselves. At midnight, their equipment shut off. One man said he felt something grab his leg under the sand. He started screaming and running toward the road. The others followed. They abandoned all their gear. When they returned in daylight, everything had been scattered, as if it had exploded outward. But no animals, no tracks, just silence. The story of Kuldhara remains unsolved. Was it a mass migration, a political revolt, a desperate escape, or was it something darker? A true curse buried in the sand, watching all who enter. Because the deeper you go into Kuldhara, the more it feels like you're not alone. The village doesn't just look abandoned. It feels alive. As if the souls of the villagers still linger, bound to the ruins, angry, protective, and waiting. Waiting for the next visitor to disrespect what happened here. Waiting for the next person to stay past the warning signs. Waiting to remind the world that some places are not meant to be disturbed. So if you ever find yourself in the deserts of Rajasthan, and the sun is starting to set behind the sand dunes, leave before Kuldara notices you're still there.